Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we will see skewness and how it affects our mean, median and mode. So here's the formula which you can use to calculate skewness. You don't really have to remember this because you will be using different packages like SciPy to calculate the skewness of the data, or you can also use distribution. You can just plot the distribution and you can see how the data is skewed. So you don't really have to remember this formula as a data scientist, because when you will calculate skewness on a data set where it has like thousands and thousands of rows, you won't be putting each value and then you will summing it up, and you won't be using this particular skewness. But it's always good to see at the formula and what all things it has. So basically this is the mean of the data and this is each value. So you're just subtracting it and you can taking cube of it and you are dividing it with by cube of the standard deviation. So the formula for standard deviation is here. We will discuss about standard deviation in a lot more detail, but just for here you can see this is the formula, and then eventually we divide it by the number of elements and you get skewness here. So you usually get this value as three different values. If you have it equal to 0, which means it's symmetrical. If you get this value as, let's say, less than 0, your value will be negatively skewed. And if this value is greater than 0, you will say that your data is positively skewed. Now we know that, okay, my data is, let's say, positively skewed, but what does it actually mean for me as a data analyst or data scientist? So you can remember this particular property, where if your data is positively skewed, your mode will be the least, and then you will have median which will be greater than your mode, and mean will be the greatest. Now you might ask why. So let's understand it intuitively. So if you take an example of global income, so in global income there are very few people who are earning a lot of money, and there will be very few people who will be on this side of the scale, but then there are lots and lots of people who are here on this side of the scale. But because their salary is so high that our mean will be affected by those numbers, so our mean will come somewhere around here, and we have seen this in previous video. But our median is not going to be that much affected by that, so our median can be somewhere here. And mode is just something which occurs a lot of number of times, so our mode will be somewhere here. So you see that this is the reason, and same goes for negatively skewed. So if we take an example of negatively skewed, you have very few values which are very small here, but we have lot of values here, so our mean will come somewhere here, our median will come to this point, and our mode will be the values which are occurring most number of times. So you see that this is the relation, and if I show you by using code and on a real data set, that will give you even better understanding. So let me move on to my notebook where I will show you the proper practical example. So again, we are using PyDataset package, and from that package we are using Boston dataset, and we are plotting a distribution of age. So you don't need to worry about distribution, we will see in further videos, but here you can see that it is skewed negatively, and our blue line is representing mean and our red line is representing median. So you can see here mean is smaller than median, and that's what we discussed in our slides. And if we again try to see the values, you can see 68 and 77. 77 is our median and mean is our 68. And if we see another column which is Knox and we plot the distribution of it, we can see that it is looking like it is positively skewed. And here again you can see blue line is representing mean and red line is representing median, and here our median is smaller than our mean, which again we discussed in our slides. So this is how you can actually see whether your data is positively skewed or negatively skewed. And if you want to do the task, so what you need to do is find out the skewness of all the remaining features. So you can do these three things. You can use the formula from SciPy package. You can visualize just like this one, or you can just calculate mean and median. So I have shown you these two things, which is visualize and mean versus median by calculating. So here you can see this is the visualization and this is by using mean and median values. What I have not shown you is how to use this particular skew function. So all you have to do is skew, and then you have to pass a particular column and it will return you positive, negative, or a zero value. So try to do that on your own, and yeah, do let me know in the comment section what are your answers. So how you can answer is you can just go through each, you can mention the column name and then tell whether it is positively skewed or negatively skewed, or is it symmetric data. So it will be a very good exercise for you. So yeah, that's it for this particular video. Hope to see you in the next video.